good. They've got a good balance. Probably got on the wrong end of the toss in their last game. Quetta Gladiators, we talk about that talent, Michelle Zalmi. Far from it, but it's Lahore Garlanders are really struggling to get things going. It's not that they've been out of the matches, but they're just losing wickets too quickly when it matters. So we're up and running here, and it's just got a different feel to it. It's an older ground, it hasn't been developed like Dubai, and the pitch is just so different. The style of bowling, style of batting, just the look and the feel is very different for the players, Danny.
Yeah, sure is. It's, that sheen on it, we've mentioned it's very much a shaven pitch, not a blade of grass on it. The old umpires here with the HBL drone, they're going to drop the ball. So who's going to take this? Oh, Timbo, ex-England international.
Yeah, they're not sending it up high enough. I think they can go 200 metres in the sky.
Would you have a word, please?
Now we are talking a catch. If that goes beyond the light towers and drops the ball, now we are testing the umpires. They've all found themselves in their day as cricketers. We want to see their catching.
At night, when you've got no ceiling, it's pitch black and you know that ball coming down, hard to gauge, isn't it, distance and pace?
Well, we've got to change that. We'll whiz it across at 60 k an hour and drop it. Let's see an umpire dive.
Funny enough, you've probably got a drone, haven't you?
I've got a drone. I have got a drone. I love it. Very similar to that one that dropped the ball, actually. Look at that pitch. It's got a real glisten to it. It's like a mirror, and you stand on top of it looking down, and the reflection of the light, and it really does reflect back at you. You would imagine that there are runs on offer, but I think it'll be a similar thing to Dubai, where the hardness of the ball, the first 10 overs is the crucial period to score quickly, and then it'll slow up. Spinners will come into their own in that. So these openings,
you do. You want to dine out as a batsman, don't you? 6 overs of power play, 2 men outside the ring. That's it.
Similar to you. Just a slight delay before we get things going. Just getting the sight screen to change. And Dean Jones. Well, I'm still going to call him Suit Jones. It's just Tracksuit Jones. It's back. 2 games in the proper suit, and now he's gone the tracksuit.
He hasn't shaved. What's wrong with him?
The cool umpires, Martinez and Tim Robinson out there, and I'm sure they're enjoying everything that's going on in the PSL. But we have got just a delay while we wait for the advertising to turn to black.
Technology glitch has to be sorted. It is sorted. There we go then.
So and right here, he'll take the new ball. One slip in play. Shane Watson nestled in there. Wing on the offside. Finally, 3rd man. And down to 3rd man. So I'd imagine it'll skid onto the bat. It's sort of got the feel. We'll wait and see. But you'll be able to crash through the line and trust the pace.
I've seen a more shiny surface here at Charge. It's not too bright, or the sheen is there, but not ultra. Where it should be great for batting. I just wonder, why would you want to field first after winning the toss? Nothing much has changed in the last 25 years, lads. This surface has remained exactly almost like this. Few variations, maybe extra bounce every now and then. But bowlers will have to bowl especially well to survive this scare.
pursuit, and now he's gone the track. Oh, a little bit of movement away. There's something for the bowler. That's really good shape. Everything that's going on.
Well, you talk about lengths at your pitch report, Michael Slater. Just goes a little bit, doesn't it? Also, it's funny, isn't it? A cricket ball didn't come down with a clean seam, but when it pitched, it then went up and straightened, and it swung after it went. Time for a Guinness World Record.
Yeah, and that's for the most ever one-day internationals at this very ground. This ground, out of all of them in the world, staged the most one-day internationals.
Yeah, last time Shinwari played here, he picked up 5 wickets in no time. The ball did zip around and moved a bit. So the first 4 or 5 overs, you've got to be just a wee bit careful. But you'll get plenty of balls to hit also. It'll be interesting to see how the spinners bowl on this pitch. I'm sure the ball will grip, more so second time. Just a wee bit careful.
Well, the spinners, we get stats before each game, and in the pace average 25.83, spin average at this ground 26.88, which is really surprising. I would have thought the spin average would be lower than the pace average. I thought spin would come into its own. It's a really good shot. And what we do have here are very short boundaries. There's not much effort in that, but it raced. It's only about 60 metres to the boundary.
Yeah, on top of this one, very nicely. Half cut and a half a tap. Not more than that, but the beauty of that shot was
So a little bit of inconsistency.
He's that sort of bowler too, Amarali. It's a little bit of shape out. Occasionally the wrist position when he gets it right. Yeah, there's a little bit of jag. Just enough at times. And in this one, coming onto the blade, that was the previous one that went for 4. And then you get the other one there, you see, just ducks back a little bit. Proud seam, hard ball. Quick bowlers get it right. They can get wickets too up front, even though it is a sheer front pitch.
The last ball of the over, fine leg is up. It's been driven nicely, so 6 runs on it and no wicket.
एक एहसास से जुड़े लाखों दिल। हम हैं पाकिस्तान, सुपर है पाकिस्तान। एलआई बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
We've got spin to start at the other end. And it will be an interesting approach here. We know that Walton Lee likes to get on with it. He really is. Very big hitter, and that has been treaded true. It's so hard to chase them down, but it's been achieved. Great fielding.
Mahmudullah. His hair is playing. It wasn't properly collared, but still had enough legs ready for a bit of a teaser. Mahmudullah did exceptionally well, diving full length, stopping the 4.
Noah has a lot of pressure on him with the ball. First one being hit, next one being nicely swept as well. Look how short these boundaries are. There's so much for the boundary riders to do. We've commented on the quality of the outfielding, the fielding in general.
Yeah, he's a magnificent fielder, and really I've seen him take some great catches. Good thing about his fielding is that he anticipates beautifully. Look at him go at full speed, full length dive, return back at the non-strikers, and excellent stuff.
Good shot. Didn't quite get hold of it, but it's the aggression that we see. These two are real goers. These are the openers in all these PSL teams, but good to see Chadwick Walton. Saw him for warm-ups. He said he's enjoying himself back here. I said, mate, you're going to start playing like you do in the CPL? Get Humpty early, get after the bowling. And he said, yeah, just for you, I'll cut loose, all right? He got the most runs, CPL 17. That's the effect that he can have. And just eases it down. So timed nicely.
Shabash, shabash.
A good snapshot of the 22 yards and just how different it is, and just how it's been rolled and rolled and rolled. It is so flat and so bare, completely different to Dubai. I'd say Dubai's probably got more grass on it this year than previous years as well.
Not spinning the ball much, but pretty useful so far with his line and direction. Left arm spin with the new ball seems to be pretty much in favor these days.
Completes the second over. It is 13 for no loss.
Allied Bank, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
मैच का क्या होगा? अब क्या होगा? अच्छा तो
High-speed internet on the go with Jazz 4G Wi-Fi devices.
दुनिया को बता दो।
Oh, it's worth a shout. That's straight, yeah, lined up. Got a great view from the commentary box. It looks out. Doubt you challenge that one, but you just never know. Anwar Ali. Usually is too. At you. Ronke says, yeah, I'm sorry. Chatters, I reckon that looks pretty adjacent. Wandered across the sticks. No bat involved. First time, real time looked good, and yeah, top of the knee roll, but still skinny on this pitch. All those things go against the batter, and Martinez with the index finger up. Chadwick Walton, who's got to go early. He's out for it.
Easy वैसा जैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट ट्राई करें। अकाउंट एक्टिवेट करने के लिए अपने टेलीनॉन नंबर से *786# मिलाएं और करीबी इजी पैसा रिटेलर से फ्री कैश डिपॉजिट करवाएं।
जल्दी से चाहिए एक कप चाय? टपाल दानेदार की नई इंस्टेंट 3-in-1 इजी चाय। इजी चाय बार बार हो जाए।
You asked the batting side, and that's because there was a very plumb LBW. It wasn't a tough decision for the umpire. Could argue there was maybe a bit of a height thing going on, but there's not going to be the bounce here. There's no grass. There's not going to be the bounce, and that was always hitting around middle stump, flicking across, and not getting in sync with the pitch. It's just skiddy, isn't it? Just skidding on. That's what happened to Bolton. He was just surprised a little bit by the skiddiness. And that's where you move from one venue to the next. You can just sort of take a little bit to work out what's going on, the bounce, the pace. HBL box, good dress up.
Yeah, and a bit of a bungler as well. At times batsmen get a little foxed by the lack of grass on the pitch. Just feel with the new ball there is something in it for a few overs and then it quietens down. And it takes a bit of time as well getting used to this kind of a pitch. It shouldn't provide any lateral movement, but it does somehow. Because of the cracks, so many sort of mosaic-like pattern on the pitch. Maybe that could be the reason why the ball does a bit every now and then with the new ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised the average score PSL is 155 here. Sort of got that feel that it could be an average total of around 170, 180 the way the pitch looks. It's a beauty. What about the timing of that stroke?
I mean, Ronke is impressive because he's busy at the crease and every now and then he produces a shot like this. This is a second shot through point area and obviously to hit it just a slice opening of the ball. The issue that gives you singles, it gives you momentum, it gives you a bit of class.
Is in a similar area. 20-1.
डर से मत करो क्योंकि डर के आगे जीत है। एक एहसास से जुड़े लाखों दिल। हम हैं पाकिस्तान, सुपर है पाकिस्तान। मारियोस पास्ता है फन से भरा।
इजी पैसा मोबाइल अकाउंट ट्राई करें। अकाउंट एक्टिवेट करने के लिए अपने टेलीनॉन नंबर से *786# मिलाएं और करीबी इजी पैसा रिटेलर से फ्री कैश डिपॉजिट करवाएं।
Nice Valiant strike now. This continues and just gets that line wrong. Nick Ronke has got this amazing run rate in power play since the 1st of the 1st 2016. It is 11 runs and over. There we have the head-to-head stats. 3-2 that you noted over Quetta. So it's very, very even at this stage. Both sides wanting to get a second win, stay high in the table.
Yeah, and I'm expecting big things from Ronke. He'll love these conditions. Pace on the ball, even the spinners with the new ball, should they be bowling, they are, and the Lars is on, slides onto them. Won't get as much grip clearly. And Ronke, he'd be enticed by the nature of these boundaries.
So there's a long on and a man deep in front of square on the onside. He's trying to run through the offside, so that gives up a little bit of space to the on.
Stopping him from stepping out of the crease and hitting the ball straight over mid-off. It has got a lovely length so far, Navas.
Got there quickly again, so there's two things there. It's rocketing out of the middle of the bat. His timing at the boundaries. Every time he gets there so quickly, emphasises how short they are. And that's where batsmen start to eye it up and they think, well, even a miss hit today, I might be able to sneak it over the boundary rope. Can be a trap as well, because sometimes you look at short boundaries and you take on a shot that's not quite there because you think, oh, I'll get it there. The skiddy nature of the pitch, I think early on you're thinking straight still. There's no spin, hit through the line. Just like that. So much more intensity if you're fielding on the boundary rope. It's always hard work. You've got to get there quickly, but you've got to move so quickly.
Yeah, and he's not the quickest, has to be said. You won't mind me saying that, Wahid Ali, but he is a big man. He's 6'4", and this is a good effort, really good effort. Both hands there, put himself on the line, and did the job.
Yeah, well, you've got to get the quickest there, Danny, don't you? I mean, that's the other aspect of this game. You get the key fielders in those key positions.
Yeah, absolutely. Long on, long off. Against the spinners. Going to be great catches and good movers. They're gone are the days where fasters will get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's okay.
He's supposed to be as athletic as any other on the field. Safraz asking him to let him hit across the line, let him hit over mid-wicket. Let's see whether he takes that bait.
Good fielding. They took the single to finish the over, so it's 25 for 1.